Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a broken Pyreblaster build for Space Marine 2 Patch 13 to positively melt hordes and bosses in this game. Now, I did mention before that the Crack and Penetrator rounds perk here, this will apply the 50% body shot damage to your burn if you swap to a bolter weapon, so I'll be doing that today because it's just kind of hilarious. They'll probably patch this like next patch, but to be honest, who knows, because Crack and Penetrator rounds has been broken for like 2 patches now. They might just leave us in the game forever, and honestly, it's not like the worst thing ever for the game's community, so I don't think it's really that big of a problem. Now, the weapon we're using today is, of course, the Pyreblaster with the Venting Speed version. The Venting Speed version is by far the best, in my opinion, because being able to fire Pyreblaster off for longer is just way better than more ammo here, especially since we take the Emperor's Vengeance perk anyways, and this pretty much solves all ammo economy problems in the first place. Now, for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Improved Fast Venting, moving here into the perk Eternal Flame. Burning time increases by 25%. We are going for full burn here. Alternatively, you could go down here for stuff like Flame Purification, but for this build, we just want burn damage. So next perk is Potent Flame. Into the perk here, Flame Ascension. Burning 5 enemies restores 1 armor segment. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This is a really powerful perk effect because the Pyreblaster's contested health recovery is not really that high at all, so having an option to get armor back built into the weapon is very strong for you, so great perk here. Next perk is Potent Flame for even more burning damage. Then we go down here to the perk Flash Burn, and at a distance of less than 10 meters, take 20% more damage. Then we go up here for Resilient Flame, and of course Pure Flame for 15% more burn damage and red damage decreasing by 50%. Now, because we don't care too much about the direct damage, that opens up a ton of opportunities for us for stuff like Secure Stockpile, Heightened Vigor, and other options like that, instead of taking like Balanced Distribution, Relentless Pursuit, or Aligned Aim. So pretty good option for us overall, and also the perk here, Resilient Flame, charging time decreases by 75%. This is a nice quality of life feature for the Pyreblaster, pretty damn strong to just keep your burn going all the time, though I will say the Flame Purification down here for bonus melee damage is also pretty fun to use. If you want to go down here, you definitely could. Now, for the secondary, I do take the Retribution's Bequest Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol. This is one of the best options in this build, in my opinion, mainly because the heroic perk effect here called No Help Is Coming, shooting enemy with least frame stats, that's for conquer reinforcements, headshots kill in one shot. This will function very often in your game, and the Pyreblaster is not super good at catching guys at range anyways, so being able to just like put one bolter round into a reinforcement calling enemy is super useful for you, though I will say it doesn't always come into effect that much in like a horde up front, but for long range it's very useful for you. The next perk here is Divine Might, going here to the perk Perpetual Penetration, and then we go into the perk Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, Death Strike, into the perk up here Great Might, and Discipline. When you have low ammo, deal 25% more damage. Now, you could go all the way down the bottom row for like able damage and stuff like that, but on a tactical, I would really not take this perk because you don't use your class ability that much. The Auspex has a very long cooldown in this game, and even with perk effects like Vital Data, you're just better off going for like Discipline, because this will just give you a substantial damage buff, and also goes into pretty useful perk effects here like Strong Finish and Headhunter anyways. Next perk here is Gunstrike Reload, and the final perk is Tactical Precision for 20% more headshot damage, and non-headshot damage decreasing by 10%. Now, we do lose some body shot damage here, but keep in mind the Retribution's Bequest is a bolter weapon, so it will benefit off of stuff like Crack and Penetrator rounds, and that's a pretty like nice little interaction there. It's definitely a substantial bonus, like don't sleep on that. As far as the heroic chainsword goes here, I do take the block White Scars chainsword, and mainly because if we're trying to hip fire our Pyreblaster, taking a block weapon can be very nice for that, because these don't actually give you gun strikes at all. And if you're unaware, in Space Marine 2 you cannot gun strike simultaneously with a hip fire. If there's a gun strike active, they're tied to the same key, so because of that, block giving you no opportunity for a gun strike actually helps us out a lot here, and the White Scars chainsword is the best option for this in my opinion, though the block tier relic tier here also works, or the block knife they also buffed up recently will work for that, but you know, I'm sticking this one today. Now, as far as the perk tree goes for this, I do start off with the perk here Perpetual Strength first, moving here to the perk Swift Recovery for double CHP recovery from heavy attacks. And then I grab the perk here, Perpetual Strength and Perpetual Strength, and moving here into the perk Reverberating Impact. Stomp AoE radius increases by 50%. Then we go here into the perk Combined Onslaught, Heavy Onslaught, Full Throttle for the combo skip. And then I go down the bottom row for Extremis Slayer, though I will say you don't have to take Extremis Slayer if you don't want to. You go up here for Majora's Slayer, because Majora's also will just, you know, kind of get mopped up by this weapon. And you don't actually need this perk down here to hit the breakpoint on this build especially to one-shot or one combo the Extremis anyways. I'm just taking taking it because sometimes Extremis can be pretty annoying. Now, as far as our perk tree is concerned, we obviously take Crack and Penetrator rounds. Bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy, and non-headshot damage increased by 50%. And this is kind of the crux. Really, all you have to do is once your bolter, or excuse me, once your Pyreblaster has applied the burn, just swap to your bolter weapon, and you will get that 50% buff on your burn. And also, you can swap while you're blocking with a block weapon, so a really good synergy there as well. And I will say, if you want like a more ethical version of this build, you could take like Balance Distribution or something, and that also works, or just take a Plasma Pistol, Plasma Boost. Next perk here is Heightened Vigor. After your perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you'll deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage. You can control 5 hits and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. We are using a blockchain sword, so having no knockback is super nice for us here, and also stuff like versatility and Relentless Pursuit. This doesn't help us that much on this build. Next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance. Killing a Majoris or higher enemy with your prime weapons, killing a Majoris or higher enemy restores your prime weapons ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This just solves your ammo economy entirely in operations and hard strats. You will pretty much never run out of ammo for your Pyreblaster, and the Pyreblaster is not a very ammo efficient weapon on its own, but tactical is just like that, so pick this up. Next perk here, Secure Stockpile. Equipment charged for by 1 for all team members. Cooldown is 60 seconds. Now, this is like the single best team perk and value proposition in the entire game, in my opinion. It is a ridiculously potent perk effect. A 60-second Melt-A-Bomb, Crack, Shock, Pyreblaster canister, hell, even a frag grenade. That is a ridiculous amount of value for your whole team for 1 perk here, and a 60-second cooldown is exceptionally low, so I'm kind of shocked they haven't nerfed this, but that being said, it's still a top tier option. We pick it up here because we really don't need the bonus range damage from aligned aim. Next perk here is Vital Data for more Auspex against Extremis or Terminus, and moving down here into the perk Precise Calibration and Concentrated Fire, and the final perk is Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant AoE damage in 10-meter radius, so the cooldown is 90 seconds. And this one is finally fixed to have a proper visual effect. This was bugged in like 13.1, but they've also fixed that up in 13.2, so pretty good for us. And also keep in mind, your Auspex scan will boost up the damage of your burn on your Pyreblaster, and also so will the 50% damage bonus taken, or excuse me, the 50% damage taken debuff applied to enemies on your perfect parry or perfect block. That will also apply to your burn effect as well. So if you stack on like a parry while they're burning, and also stack on Auspex, and also swap to your bolter weapon, you will nuke them in like 2 seconds. Crack and Penetrator rounds is that cracked right now, and honestly, the Pyreblaster in general is just that cracked, so great combo there. Now, for the prestige perk options, we take Acuity first because for whatever godforsaken reason, the Pyreblaster functions with this perk, so definitely grab this. Moving here to the perk Skill Supplier, and the final perks are Resilience and Fortitude, and that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. I mean, honestly, the prestige perk options on tack are like, okay, are you taking a Pyreblaster or a bolter weapon? You take Acuity. Oh, you're not? And you take Spare Power. And that's like the only other decision you really make, because Skill Supplier, Resilience, and Fortitude, these are just by far the best options. An Exigency Charge, this sucks Donkey Kong Bongo Cheeks, and Second Look is like okay, but pretty redundant if you actually hit your Auspexes properly. And also with Concentrated Fire, because this one will allow your Auspex scan to last longer, and if enemies leave the scanned area, they lose the effect. However, since you have this perk effect, the Second Look will not actually trigger until it runs out entirely, which means you're waiting there forever. And if even like a little, you know, Majoris walks in, it'll just trigger this perk effect anyways, and just make this completely like pointless in the first place. So don't even waste your time with this perk. And that is all I have to say in this one, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, alongside a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. You guys have helped me out a ton in like the past few months. Your support has been incredible, and I seriously thank you for that. And also, I thank you for watching this video, so take it easy. Bye.
Their numbers are no match for us. Watch out! Neurothroats seek to ravage our wits.
All this range spam, please, no. Dude, the range spam with a Neurothrow has gotta be the most obnoxious shit in this game. Oh, he's actually backed away. Alright, I'm just gonna cook him to make this all way easier. Right, now he perishes, okay. He doesn't know it yet, but he's already dead. I get frustrated by jank in this game a lot. I don't blame you. This game does have a ridiculous amount of jank in it. There are a lot of systems that just do not work and completely spiral. Perish. What's the best class? For damage, definitely this one. Tactical. Overall, for like general gameplay, probably will work. Techman's also. Oh, I actually, for some reason, I thought this was still a Neurothrow. I don't know why. Oh, that's gonna be a giant beam. It's gonna go very slowly. It was not. I should purge him. Yeah. Look at that. Hey, we got him. Alright, bedtime for me. Have a good one, FTG. Take it easy, True Son of Dorn. May your sleep be refreshing. Like you previously stated. But thanks for stopping by again. I do appreciate that. I mainly play heavy and I got a difficult time when I'm surrounded by enemies. Well, heavy is not the best at dealing with like a bunch of enemies surrounding him, so that's pretty fair. Watch your videos got me back to the game. She's my son, having a lot of fun learning the game again. It's a super fun game. Space Marine 2 is like, I mean, I think it's the best horde shooter out right now besides Dark Tide. I definitely like it more than Helldivers 2. Does it have issues? Definitely, but they've gotten better over time. I could not put 5,000 hours into a game I do not like. I don't care if I'm making content for it. I don't care if I'm literally told by law I have to go sit there and play. I could not do it for 5,000 hours if I did not like the game. Does not matter. Maybe there's like some caveats to that, but any reasonable expectation, no. Me looking at every class, think he's even worth maxing them all? Absolutely is. Helldivers is just has nothing to grind for. It's worth the time after like level 40. True.
Rendezvous on first waypoint ahead. Let us enter the camp. Watch out for Ravenous. teams arrived at the Imperial Guard encampment.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Filthy burrower eliminated.
I have the codes, brothers. Captain, demolition.
I think it's better in Dark Tide in different ways. It's definitely a more watchable game.
Proceed to the
That's definitely true.
refinery and complete the
Game looks
demolition
way better
preparations.
than Dark Tide does. Those Qataris gonna be pretty hype. I feel like Dark Tide's a game that's fun to watch if you know everything about Dark Tide and you know what's actually happening on the screen. If you don't have any idea what's going on in Dark Tide, if you're just a casual player and you're like, I like Arborys, he has dog, you will never get the full experience of like what's going on the screen in Dark Tide. In Space Marine 2, you can very easily look at it and go like, oh, that is a parry, oh, that is a dodge. That guy dodged 2 times in a row. Whoa. That's way different than like this guy moved in with the perfect moment to dodge in Dark Tide, and then he did another back dodge. Then he animation canceled his staff quelling, so he could immediately flame at the exact moment again. Like to a casual player, it would just look like, okay, he's just playing Dark Tide, cool.
Take all you can carry.
What's your ranking for the grenades? Number 1, Melt-A-Bomb. Number 2, probably Shock Nades. And then I probably put like Cracks and Pyreblaster canister on the same tier, and the bomb tier's frag. And Sanctified Wrath Relic Perk probably go up around A tier too.
We cannot.
Around Shock Nades. Very good. It is good for damage nuking, but that's more of like a team comp thing. I've never found Sanctified Wrath to be super good on my own, but if I have like a tactical on my team, we're all playing together, and we're like, let's nuke this guy, it does work very well.
Alien bioform eliminated.
I smell zoanthropes.
Our adversaries are keen to lose again.
I've heard using Wrath on Bulwark with a group, yeah. The Wrath isn't bad. It was really bad when it first came out, but then they like went back and forth on it over. I could just stop that guy doing that, but whatever. Alright, well.
Inserting fresh magazine. Stems injected. Lance that cystic Xenos monstrosity. Reload Xenos starboard scope.
I love Devour spam. I'm casting all of these in my mouth.
Their numbers are no match for our trade. Readying next volley. Second wave headed toward us.
Okay, well, I guess I didn't need the Osphex. Do you use fencing? I'm still new, and here fencing blocks faster when I try it. It seems so slow, and I always get hit. I mean, fencing is definitely the easiest parry window. I don't think it's the strongest weapon type. Argent Edge is like OP, but that's like one fencing weapon. Is it me or Dark Tide can have more enemies on the screen than Space Marine 2? I mean, it's definitely true. Also a very different type of game. Space Marine 2 has a lot more dueling in it. Oh, you little cheeky fuck, dude. Listen, man, somebody once called Biovores rats, dude. If these things are rats, they're Ratatouille. They're literally running the whole ass restaurant. We just don't know it. They're actually the hive. They are the hive mind. Or the Remy from Ratatouille, I mean to say.
Zoanthrope will not be troubling us any further. Hostile backup on the way. Superior tactics bring victory over brute force. Activating war gear. We have silenced the call for reinforcements. Reloading. Shock grenade ready. Second wave headed towards us. Alien.
What makes Shock Grenades so good? Because they slow down enemies. They slow down bosses too. They're very good for setting up things
Canadians are running out of
and
time.
choke pointing.
How close are you to the Prometheum facility? Arriving at the objective now. You are making good time. We are going to need it. Let us finish what the Cadians started. Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Or you play with your followers? Yeah, I do sometimes. I will actually be doing that later because I gotta do the new weekly.
Deployment has begun. Rates of activation have been observed. Generators handling the machine god's name. Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
Because you think with a tier 1 for 3 months. Very much, brother.
We must intercept a generator soon. Disruption of operation at generator 2. Bring it into the Omnissiah's proper alignment.
Remain on guard. Zoanthrope approaching. Changing magazine. There is a leech sniffing around.
X-axis aligned. On the Omnissiah's will. Attention. The first leg of this race is behind us. Perform the necessary.
How often do you stream? Pretty often. Definitely more so during drops. For the cosmetic drops. If you need drops, that's this place to be. But I do stream pretty often still, yeah.
Back on track. Drive train resumed.
We did just stream for like 500 hours, this, 400 hours this month, but it was also a big patch. So I usually stream the most around big patches, but I also stream, you know, around the week. I don't really have a schedule. I don't think I ever will. Really how my brain operates.
Follow only the divine protocols.
Rise up, brothers. Xenos descending.
All the spore mines, dude. Why are there so many?
Let us keep that swarm from ever reaching generator 4. Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.
Got the furry boy fit on. This is the wolf penitent fit, okay? Bit different.
This is progress, guys. We are almost there. Is not permitted while in operation.
Dude, why are there so many fucking spore mines in a biowar? I guess there is.
Spore mine spotted.
There's a lot.
Our adversaries are keen to lose it. Alien bioforming, a most impressive cleansing, brothers.
Or maybe not. Am I just tripping?
Inserting fresh magazine.
Are you on Steam? Dude, let me roll too cheap. I'm probably not going to add you on Steam. If you're some viewer. I mean, I've had some viewers, but like, you can't just... I mean, depends. Depends, you know. Gotta be some rapport there, Chief. A little bit of rapport, brother. Take it to dinner first. I think the heroic bolts pistol is the best secondary as a fire. If you're using the cracked penetrator rounds, any bolt pistol is going to be good with it. Because the 50% buff works on the burn. What's up, Kel? I was about to sub for 6 months, bro. This is why I asked. Wow, this guy is trying to wine and dine me to get on my Steam friends list. Look at this, dude. You think such things work on me? They do. They absolutely do. What a waste, dude. Ugh. Sometimes. But usually, so I do prioritize playing with members. You don't have to sub to play. I let anybody in, you know. I don't have a join queue either, so it's not like a membership only thing. I don't think I'd ever segregate playing with members versus normal viewers, especially for like just like a normal stream. Like, what's the point of that? I just think it's a little elitist, or a little separating of the community, you know. Alright, well, we just hit them. Do I strike you as someone who can't be bought? Because I am immediately bends over to pick up the coin. Updated version of the Bull Carbine build for Vanguard? There will be. I mean, it's exactly the same. It really needed to be updated. The Vanguard got 0 changes this patch, and he got 1 new heroic with the White Scar's Chainsword. That's it. So his guns are unaffected. Oh, the heroic axe one as well. So any Bull Carbine build work fine. Just swap it out for whatever you want.
Precisely what we needed.
If you tell FTG his eyes are dreamy, he jumps to the front of the line. Actually, that's how you get a timeout. I ain't even kidding. That's some real gooners in the chat sometimes.
Second wave headed toward us. Tyranids have no vibe for tactics.
We have arrived at Nozik's facility.
I get the Twitch drops, gotta link the Steam. So Twitch drops are not ongoing right now. They will probably be going for the next. So next patch will probably get another one, and the one after that. And so I would expect July and September. Probably have drops. And then they'll have like then you can link your pros account, which is usually what it's linked to. But usually they have like a whole thing on the inventory page. But all you have to do is watch a streamer. Your chosen streamer. Okay.
Do not risk the objective for...
I'm sorry, there was a bunch of smoke in my lungs from the explosive barrels blew up in front of my face. How unfortunate.
Watch out.
Can I stop having Devourer spam this game? That'd be awesome.
Fester and rot. Not abomination. Commencing horseman stab. Changing magazine. Tyranids repelled, brother. Buckled terrain. Ravener activity. Ravener destroyed. Readying next volley.
Does burning effect have stacks or just burn? It doesn't have stacks. At the maximum though. But
Alien bio.
you have to apply the you have to actually like apply the burning effect to them. But more importantly, I read the exact amount of stacks. It's been a while since I made a video on that. But we'll talk about that at some point.
My specs cannot even compute their numbers.
For you.
Increasing.
But the thing there was we had, so if you swap to your Vulture while you have crack and penetrator rounds on, the 50% bonus of crack and penetrator rounds will apply to your burn effect, which is why in an Auspex you do so much flipping damage to that guy.
Main swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. I see them coming, brothers. Plenty for everyone.
So that explains the Neurothrope death. Also, Neurothropes have lowered HP this patch, so it's that, on top of the burn being OP already. So it's really just all around peak, as they say.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Delta installation done. Their numbers are no match for our trade.
What a waste of HP that was.
Remain on guard. Swords from approaching. A line of alien bandits swarms this way.
Behind us, brothers!
zoanthrope is no more. Eliminate
That's
the
all fucking spore mines again. Get out of here. Well, literally just an armada of spore mines. Yeah. Okay.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
rearming. Take all you can carry.
More hostiles entering engagement range. The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready
Holy
for my
fucking
march.
moly, people. We're cooking. It's a real Tyranid barbecue, I say.
Synaptic
The climbing game? No, not the climbing game. It is Peak, but it's not the climbing game. Also, can you believe that Pank said it would be cool if I exploded?
Precisely what we
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Yes, Captain. You heard him.
That's awesome. Frying those binoculars, it is pretty fucking cool, dude. Can't lie.
Valiant to Titus. Greetings from the Prime. Tyranid biosites down 90% and fallen. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Thunderhawk arriving at evac point.
And now we have the power. Perish. Perish, you fiends. Ah, yes. Wonderful. Oh, it's beautiful, chat. Oh. Oh, fuck the Biovore. Suffer not the Biovore to live.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit. Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm, refit, and redeployment immediately.